they're so good. It's so good. Hey everybody, I'm Devin.
And I'm Z.
And you know, we just got back from a great little trip in Key West. And that meant some time on the beach and some time on a bike and checking out the southernmost point and of course, some good food.
Yes, we got to eat authentic key lime pie.
It is one of my favorite desserts. I don't know, I get more obsessed with it every year. So the idea of turning one of these little guys into a beautiful key lime pie is pretty exciting. I've never done it, you never have. So we thought, why not give it a shot?
We're gonna do one version with eggs and one without. The authentic key lime pie from Key West is made with eggs, so we're gonna taste the difference. Because they're so tiny, this is actually the most tiring part of the key lime pie process so far, is zesting these and also getting the beautiful juice from it. And we're gonna juice a little bit more because we are making 2 pies, so we need 2 of these full. So this is half a cup and it needs to be full. Right now it's only half full. So we're gonna make 2 crusts, 2 pie crusts, and I thought one of them, I wanted to add coconut to it. I love coconuts, I think it's very tropical, and I thought, you know, why not? Let's try to make it exotic. So one is gonna have coconut and the other one's gonna have a little bit of cinnamon. But the base will be graham crust. Regardless, both of them will be done with graham. So if you, for whatever reason, can't eat eggs because of allergy, cholesterol, whatever, this is a version without eggs that uses sour cream. And I thought when I heard sour cream, it's a bit odd, but it actually makes sense because it's kind of tangy. But also what's cool about this, we're gonna make, for the topping, a lot of people use whipped cream, but actually one of the key lime pies we've had in Key West had this delicious meringue topping. Oh my God. And I thought, since we're only using the egg yolks for the pie, why not use the egg white and make meringue?
That'll be fun.
Let's do it. We're just gonna do a bit more juicing and then we'll get started.
And there you have it.
That
Very
is
good.
beautiful. That is...
See, that didn't take forever.
No.
Do you know how much she fought me on this? She used a juicer. Here, look how small this is. And then imagine when you push on it, this thing turns.
Yep.
Look at that.
Yeah,
it's painful too if you miss. You saw how quick, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
How fast, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So here is the ingenious juice thing.
Works, but definitely you need little delicate hands. If you have like big sausage fingers or just big hands, I don't think this is gonna work out very well.
I don't know if that's an insult at me for my hands here.
I think this might be better actually, but
What
yeah.
might be better?
Your solution.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Go with the garlic press.
I got the juice, so now I think the first thing we should do is the crust, because we need to bake it in the oven and let it cool. So we're gonna start with the graham crust. If you want to measure, we're doing 2 of them. So if you wanna measure 2 cups and put it into this guy here. Yes. I didn't say anything.
All right.
Okay, cool. We're gonna do 1 of these. We're gonna use powdered sugar. It's gonna go in the crust, a little bit of salt. I put very little salt in here because the butter that I'm using is actually salted, so. And then, so we're gonna do a version with coconut.
Great. So again, we've got powdered sugar, salt, graham crackers, and some coconut in here.
I like the smell of the graham crust. Great, perfect. So now let's put some butter. So basically we wanna make it like wet sand. It smells good, and the coconut makes it smell very tropical already. It actually smells like granola.
Yeah.
No, this is good. And then I think a way you can test it, which you might have to put your finger in it anyway, is if it holds a shape. You don't really need to butter the dish too much because this already has a lot of butter. That's true.
Okay. So I've just used the bottom of this bowl here. I've seen some people do it with a measuring cup if they had like a metal measuring cup or something. And I kind of followed that same type of principle and I've just been smoothing it out.
I think this is perfect. Great. So one down. So now let's make the other one.
Yeah, you want me to touch your phone?
Ah! It's one.
It's close.
Yeah, two.
All right.
Perfect. Great. You can basically dump everything except the butter.
Okay. Now we've got our powdered sugar. So mixing this first. Okay. It's a bit sticky. You think we put too much butter in?
You can never have too much butter.
Well.
I think you disagreed. Well, you said you didn't think it was enough butter.
I never said that.
And then after you can just kind of dump it all.
Do we have enough?
You should.
I haven't tasted it yet. I'm sure it's delicious. Maybe just a little less butter. We'll see.
So we have an oven that's already been preheated at 350, and we're gonna put both of them in for 10 minutes.
Coconut. Other.
Other. 10 minutes.
All right, so we got the crust going in the oven.
Yep, and now we're gonna do the filling part, especially because the filling needs to, while this is cooking and then we need to let that cool, we need to let the filling kind of marinate. We're going to do the egg version. So let's put 1 can of condensed milk in here. And you can make your own condensed milk. I've done it in the past. It's pretty easy. It's pretty much milk and sugar. It does take a little bit of time and then you have to kind of plan it in advance. So if you don't have that, it's buying it from the store is perfectly fine too. So that's basically what makes the custard part of the key lime pie.
1 tablespoon of zest.
We're gonna make meringue topping later. So I thought instead of wasting the egg whites or figuring out what to do with them, we're just gonna use that this way. So if you want to carefully separate them, not the Devon way of like, blah.
I've never separated an egg before.
Now you tell me this? What do you mean?
Never have.
Wait, oh God. Okay,
What's wrong?
No, you're fine. So careful, we don't want any egg yolk. Oh, this is dangerous. Okay, this is dangerous. Oh boy, okay.
Is this the right way?
Yeah, you're doing perfectly fine. Just no egg yolk, please. I think that's perfectly good now. Yeah,
we
put
can
that.
get more.
No.
We can get more.
No, no more.
Look.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Look at that yolk. Boom. My biggest concern is really the shells.
But when you make meringue, you don't want any egg yolks at all in there because that will basically ruin the entire meringue. So you only want egg white in here. Are you doing good? Okay, be slow. Don't be cocky now. No, okay, that's good. Ah, stop it. Okay.
Last one.
Okay. Careful. Oh God.
I've seen some chefs, it seems like they kind of put this in their hand.
Yeah.
Is that like a way to do this?
It is a way to do it. I find it a bit gross, but...
I mean, I've got it all over my hand anyway.
Because you're doing it a bit
Look.
intense. Ah, okay, that's fine. No more. Okay,
Boom.
good.
First time separating eggs, I got 4 out of 4.
Oh, thank goodness.
Look at that.
It is beautiful.
And that's
you
enough?
did a really good job. Yeah, it's perfect. So now that we've put the zest and the egg yolks in here, we're gonna use this.
I'm gonna whisk it up.
Yeah, we're gonna whisk it up. It's pretty.
So I really like the way the zest looks in this mixture.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
It's very pretty. And it smells so good. It smells eggy and just delicious.
Whisked.
Okay, so we're gonna add one of them. Careful, it's really full. Okay, good. Half cup of painfully juicing these key limes.
It wasn't that bad. Get the garlic press. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
All right, so that was fast. That's already 10 minutes.
Whoa. Let me close the timer. Okay, careful.
At this point, it looks more like a big cookie and less like a pie crust.
It's okay. We're gonna be fine. Let me wash the whisk.
So we're gonna cook this just a little bit more because it's still pretty wet. I think it's, again, because we put maybe too much butter in there,
Yeah.
but that's okay. All right, so we made the first filling.
Yep.
We have the pies cooking a little bit more, not the pies, but the crusts cooking a little bit more.
In the meantime, the second filling will be the non-egg version. So for that, we need 3 cups of condensed milk,
Okay.
which should be, by the way, 2 cans of these. Ah, yum, perfect.
Oh no, I missed.
Oh God.
So what, I'm putting the sour cream in here now?
The zest.
Zest first. You heard it. Okay. Salt.
Actually, no. The sour cream.
Now the sour cream.
Yeah, mix it first though.
Without the zest? What?
Mix the zest with the condensed milk, with the whisk. That's an interesting technique. What are you doing?
I'm going to say that the sour cream can go in at any time.
Okay, did you put the, okay, let's mix it.
All right, so I imagine the
laughing.
key lime
Yes.
juice now.
Yes, please.
What?
You're like a caveman right now in the kitchen. You're like, bruh.
This is looking weird.
Yes. Well, this is why you want to let it rest for 30 minutes. I mean, supposedly it's very creamy. This looks like it's gonna make 2 pies.
Yeah, I don't think this is one. Okay. There it is.
So right now we have the 2 pie crusts that are just cooling. We're gonna leave it alone until completely cool to the touch. And then we have the 2 types of filling that are also just kind of marinating. So we put timer for 30 minutes. And in the meantime, we're gonna do the meringue topping. So this is an Italian meringue. So we're not gonna start mixing the eggs just quite yet. We're gonna start boiling the water with sugar. So I have here on the stovetop a whole cup of sugar, and I'm just gonna put enough water to cover the sugar. Okay. So we're gonna bring it here. We're gonna put a thermometer on there. We're gonna put it first on medium-high heat for 5 minutes. At this point, you don't want to stir it at all. Just let it basically come to a boil where it's gonna bubble. Once the temperature reaches 230 Fahrenheit, that's when we can start mixing the eggs. It's exciting. And then once it starts bubbling, which should be very, like, pretty much as soon as I'm done stirring, that's when we can put the heat from medium high. And yeah, we just kind of let it do its thing. We don't stir it at all. And we want it to reach a temperature between 242 to 246 Fahrenheit. That's when we can put it into the egg whites.
So we got the sugar going. Now we're gonna mix some eggs a little bit. Hi. Pretty good.
Look at that. Ooh, this is exactly what you want because, see, it's not going anywhere. But look at the color, it's just so shiny and silky. And like I said, it keeps the shape really well. Messy but fun. These are cool now. I think now we're gonna put in the filling for our key lime pie.
All right, so we can see that letting it rest for a bit, it actually did kind of thicken up.
Yeah.
This is our traditional key lime pie, the one with eggs. I don't know why I'm being so slow about it, but.
This is exciting.
So I can tell you right now without tasting this, it smells very much like a really tasty key lime pie.
Perfect, so one down. Look at this.
All right, so now we're gonna do pie number 2.
Yes.
This is the one with sour cream.
Yeah.
And you can see it's definitely
It's
thickened
really
up.
thick.
The benefit now that I think about it of using one of these recipes with just the sour cream is that if you do have some leftover because you overmade, then this will keep more than that filling, which
That's
has
true,
eggs.
actually. That's a good point. Let's put it in the oven. We're gonna keep it at 350 and for 15 minutes for both of them. Do you need help with the...
My old waiting days there. All right.
So basically we're gonna bake them for 15 minutes until the center is just a little jiggly, but the surround of it is pretty set. So the timer just went off, so we're gonna take our 2 pies out. It smells so good in here, so good. Wow. So pie number 1. Boom. Look at the color difference. Wow. This is the traditional one. And then this is the non-egg one. And you can see the color difference. Exciting. I'm so excited to try them and to put the meringue part on it.
All right, so we have our key lime pies. They've been cooling for a little while. So now we're gonna take some of that meringue and basically put it on top.
We're gonna make it messy, at least one of them. This has held its peak really nicely still. Still like completely fine. So we're just gonna literally plop this. You know, just want to make some peaks in there so that when you torch it, it's nice and pretty.
This looks pretty good. We're kind of mimicking in a way one of these places we went to in Key West. It had a whole giant pile of meringue on top and it was lightly toasted. Look at that.
Yep.
And there is a sour cream key lime pie.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Really cute. Some waves like so.
Okay, I like that actually.
Just improv it
Yeah,
up.
but this will be perfect for
the brulee.
For the brulee part.
Which begins now.
Oh boy.
And there is toasted meringue.
Just add a gentle dusting.
That is exciting, and I love the way that toasted meringue looks. Wow, that is gonna be great. We did all the hard stuff, except 2 parts. First, we have to let this rest for, I think it's 3 hours or overnight, and then we're gonna dive in. That's the next hard part. We stand in front of 2 masterpieces. So now is the time for us to dig into these 2 pies.
Oh my God. Wow. Wow, I love it.
All right, so let's go ahead and start with the sour cream. I know I'm cutting in line here, but I'm just gonna go right for it. There's the tartness. It's actually really good. It's very creamy with that sour cream.
I'm really excited about this one. The citrusy part, but it's not overwhelming.
Yeah, I think it's, for my taste, maybe a little too subtle.
Oh, really? I mean, it's still there though.
It's there, for
It's
sure.
not that it's subtle. It's almost like a flan, like a thick flan.
Yeah, that's a good way to think of it. And yeah, the crust is actually good. The coconut crust thing, that's a good idea.
That's
You
good.
can taste it.
I'm excited about the meringue.
Okay,
I'm nervous
great.
about the filling, but yeah, this one, oh yeah. Definitely a lot of meringue. Okay. Definitely citrusy. But because of all the meringue, it's okay. It's good. It's not that it's not good. It's just that I don't like lemon dessert. That's more your thing.
Well, I hope she likes it because I don't know that I can eat 2 entire key lime pies. Oh, look at that. That's a lot of meringue. All right. This is so good.
This is the one? This is the recipe?
And what I find interesting is that both of these pies had the same amount of lime juice actually in them. They each had a half cup, but in here it is much more pronounced than in there. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with this side here.
You seem very, very pleased.
Oh, it's so good.
That is the face of...
It's so good. I think this is one of the best desserts we've made.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you have it. This is key lime pie in 2 ways.
This was so fun to make, so delicious. I'm really glad we've done it. I know we've never done this before and it looked a lot more intimidating than it is.
It did, yeah.
So don't be afraid to try and definitely let us know if you do and let us know if you have any secrets or any tips or ingredients that you put in there.
Yeah, because we want to find out a way to make it even better, and I know those ideas are out there. This is a lot easier than trying to make a full Thanksgiving meal or trying to make chocolate from scratch, at least in our experience anyway. So,
yeah, those were monsters.
Yeah, they were. But it sounds like, at least for us in the future, we're gonna have a coconut crust that we're gonna implement with the egg filling and a meringue on top. I think that's gonna be a good plan for both of our tastes. But in the meantime, we're gonna dig into some more key lime pie, and we hope that you all enjoyed this and found it helpful if you're planning on making your own at home.
Yeah, let us know if you make it and if you have any tips for us. Until then, bye.